Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back, and today we've got more to talk about when it comes to Jay-Z. Now, do y'all remember an artist named Teairra Mari? Yeah, she was on Love and Hip Hop, but way before reality TV. She was actually handpicked by Jay-Z himself. And here's the wild part, she was still a minor when that happened. Yup, you heard that right.
17-year-old's mine. Do you still keep in touch with Jay? Are y'all cool? No, I don't keep in touch with him, but I have no harsh feelings towards him.
Hailing from Detroit and Barbados, these princesses are Sean Jay-Z Carter's 1-2 punch on the charts. A beautiful combination. Please welcome Teairra Mari and Rihanna.
Wow, don't you just love being on stage?
Yes, it's so wonderful.
True.
You know, sometimes you just want to let go and do you. The only place you can do that is on stage.
Absolutely.
What's on your plate? He said there are two ways to leave here. Either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor. So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing. Yeah.
The audience is so uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if Teairra was trying to get that on the record, but my God, what Jaguar? This is her own words coming out of her mouth, and she was a kid at that time, correct?
15-year-old girl who had been flown to the United States without parental supervision or a chaperone, brought to a grown man's office in a large corporate Manhattan building. Everybody knew when she flew.
Rihanna just got in her messy bag and spilled the real tea about why. Teairra Mari's career never took off. It looks like Beyoncé was the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. Word is, once Bey found out about the alleged situation between Teairra and Jay-Z, she made it her personal mission to make sure Teairra didn't thrive in the industry. But here's where it gets wild. Bey didn't realize Rihanna was the real one she should have been watching. Not only did Rihanna start racking up hits that put her on Beyoncé's radar, but people claim Jay-Z was also reportedly trying to get close to Rihanna. According to street rumors, he allegedly forced her into a secret relationship when she was just 17 and he was pushing 30. That might explain why. Even to this day, Rihanna and Beyoncé have never dropped a single song together, despite both being major artists connected to Jay-Z. The timeline is off, and fans are starting to do the math. Even Teairra's tribute performance of Lose My Breath for Destiny's Child couldn't save her. It was clear Beyoncé wasn't having it. At the time, both Rihanna and Teairra were signed to Def Jam, and L.A. Reid, who was an executive there, was convinced Teairra would be the breakout star. He said he put most of his focus, energy, and label support behind her while Rihanna was getting the leftovers. She was barely getting any push in comparison. But that all flipped when Beyoncé stepped into the conversation. Reid admitted in his memoir that Beyoncé pulled him aside after a label showcase and told him that Rihanna girl, she's a beast. That one line changed everything. L.A. Reid said it hit him like a bell going off. Suddenly, the label shifted their focus. All that momentum they were giving to Teairra started drifting toward Rihanna instead. It was like Beyoncé gave Rihanna the cosign that no one could ignore. In his memoir, L.A. Reid also spilled more behind-the-scenes tea about how he first noticed Rihanna. He said he saw her just standing in the hallway, not knowing who she was until Jay-Z ran into his office all excited. That moment set the stage for what would become Rihanna's rise. And the deeper you look into it, the more it seems like Beyoncé's involvement gave Rihanna the upper hand, while Teairra's career slowly faded into the background. So, when folks say Rihanna's rise was destiny, maybe it was. But it also sounds like Beyoncé played a major role in steering that path, whether it was out of jealousy, strategy, or just instinct. Bey's cosign was the turning point that helped Rihanna get the industry push she needed in a time where label support meant everything.
I'm Rihanna, and we had a showcase. And at the showcase, there were two artists performing. Her name is Teairra Mari, and she's a really sweet girl. And the truth is, I was paying a little more attention to her than I was to Rihanna. After the showcase, Beyonce just gave me one of those looks, and he said, that Rihanna girl, she's a beast. And she looked away, right? And I was like, so I did a Rihanna double take. You know, but it wasn't as though I didn't believe in Rihanna. I love that girl, right? But I paid a little more attention when Beyonce said that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the longest 12 hours of my life. Like, I was just waiting downstairs and I was like, get the contract on here. I want to sign, I want to sign, I want to sign. I was so hyped. I didn't sleep for the next 3 days. But I mean, I was just looking at the roof like, oh gosh, is this happening?
How soon after you stopping singing did you get a deal?
12 hours?
And 12 hours later, your manager called you or told
No, 12 hours later we signed. We didn't really leave. We stayed in the
You didn't
building.
leave the building?
Right. It was pretty much that day. It was literally 12 hours later.
And Jay told
It was
you
3 a.m.
And they told you can't leave? You're like, I'm tired, I want to go back to the hotel, don't worry, I'll sign
Because
with
they
you.
didn't want us to go audition for other labels.
Afraid of the record. It was so big that I thought the record would be bigger than her.
Right.
I thought the record, she would be the Pond the Replay girl.
Forever.
Yeah, but I took the meeting anyway. I said, let me just meet her. And
beautiful
when
girl.
I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
And she was, what, 17 years old at that point?
She was 16.
16, and she has the confidence of it. She's like an old soul in a sense, right?
Absolutely.
So she walks in your office, and what, she just belts out a tune?
Belts out a tune, she performs, and I tell her, there's no way out of this.
Rihanna later opened up about her experience getting signed during an interview with Tyra Banks, and let's just say it wasn't as smooth as Jay-Z and L.A. Reid made it seem. According to Rihanna, Jay actually locked her, a 16-year-old at the time, in his office until midnight and refused to let her leave until she signed the deal. That part had a lot of people raising eyebrows. Fans believe Tyra purposely brought it up.
What's your audition with Jay-Z? Tell me what he said to you. A really good audition. Yes. But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Pond the Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
Yeah. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sign songs here, we sign artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it one more.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you've met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what? You know how she does it. But we're going to be hooking up the whole audience with your CD.
Oh, thank you.
But here's where the real tea starts spilling. People are now speculating that the reason Beyoncé pushed for Rihanna instead of Teairra was out of fear, like she, Loki thought, Teairra might outshine her one day. Folks think Bey underestimated Rihanna's potential and only supported her because she didn't see her as real competition. That backfired big time once Rihanna blew up and allegedly got involved with Jay behind Beyoncé's back. The rumor actually came from Rihanna's own publicist, who later admitted it was a PR stunt to promote Pond the Replay. He said he made it all up out of desperation, just throwing spaghetti at the wall. But let's be real, nobody believed him, and things got even messier when Beyoncé dropped Bow Down, which many saw as a direct diss to Rihanna.
Is a bit unsettling to some.
I just feel like it's kind of, it's hard to swallow. Just very hard to swallow, having seen her in a different light for so long.
I don't like it. I don't think it's her. I don't think it goes to what she represents.
I love Beyonce, but I honestly think that Jay-Z's putting thoughts in her head.
You're on a Pepsi can, for goodness sakes, to tell B words to bow down. And then you're saying girls run the...
And instead of Beyoncé just taking the L and admitting she might have been wrong for coming at Rihanna like that, she doubled down. She got super defensive and didn't even try to apologize or clear the air. It was giving pride over peace, and fans definitely noticed.
The reason I put out Bow Down is because I woke up, I went into the studio, I had
a chant in my head. It was aggressive. It was angry. It wasn't the Beyoncé that wakes up every morning. It was the Beyoncé that was angry. It was the Beyoncé that felt the need to defend herself. And if this song never comes out, okay, I said it. And I listened to it after I finished, and I said, this is hot. I'm going to put it out. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to just put it out. People like it, great. They don't. They don't. And I won't do it every day because that's not who I am. But I feel strong. And anyone that says, oh, that is disrespectful, just imagine a person that hates you. Imagine a person that doesn't believe in you. And look in the mirror and say, bow down. And I guarantee you feel gangster. So listen to that song from that point of view. Again, if you didn't like it before.
This pissed Rihanna off. And she didn't hold back. She jumped on Twitter and threw major shade at Beyoncé by posting an article that named her the Queen of Pop in the UK. The caption, "I only know how to be number one. I could use a challenge." How'd it feel down there on your knees, huh? Yeah, she was talking heavy, but baby, the drama didn't stop there. Word started spreading that Beyoncé made Jay-Z leak Rihanna's anti-album on Tiddly's, the same platform they both owned. People believe the album leak wasn't an accident. Rihanna's ante mysteriously dropped early, forcing her to release it herself before the official launch. And while her album rollout was being sabotaged, guess who was getting the full-blown promo machine? Yep, Beyoncé. She was gearing up to drop Lemonade around the same time, and folks think she wanted Rihanna out the spotlight. If there's any truth to this tea, then the strategy worked. Because Auntie only sold 124,000 first week, while Lemonade pulled in 653,000. Their beef went from silent tension to full-blown Cold War. According to reports, things got so awkward between them that they avoided each other at the title press conference. A source told Naughty Gossip that they refused to stand next to each other or even speak. The whole event was allegedly staged, just to keep them apart. Now, if any of this mess is true, Bey might be kicking herself right now. She clearly didn't expect Rihanna to blow up the way she did. But fast forward to now, and Rihanna's sitting on $1 billion empire. Meanwhile, Teairra Mari, who got caught in the middle of this industry drama, saw her career tank. Fans are now saying Beyoncé pushed Rihanna over Teairra, not because of talent, but because she underestimated Rihanna. One person said Beyoncé didn't think Rihanna would outshine her since Teairra had a stronger voice. Another fan said Beyoncé probably saw Teairra as a bigger threat when it came to vocals and looks. But the irony, Rihanna became just as, if not more, successful without needing the strongest voice in the room. So now the real question is, was Teairra Mari's career ruined because Beyoncé backed the wrong girl for the wrong reasons? And did Bey push for Rihanna thinking she'd be easier to control than Teairra? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Did Beyoncé underestimate Rihanna? Has all this industry politics gone left? And most importantly, should she have just stayed out of it and let talent speak for itself? Don't forget to click here to check out another very messy video.